My idea was to dedicate myself more to commissioning new works and to start new concertos, performing them for the first time on the stage. And the three composers selected were Marc-André d'Albavie for the French Flute Concerto, Matthias Pincher for the German Flute Concerto, and Michael Jarel for the Swiss Flute Concerto, since I am a French and Swiss citizen living in Germany for more than 15 years now. The concerto by d'Albavie is eminently French. You can really feel that it has this culture that comes from Rameau Couperin through Berlioz, then to Debussy and Ravel, up to Messiaen also, and then another generation of composers to which d'Albavie belongs. There's a very special thing to it in the texture of the orchestra and in the articulation and the way the phrases are being linked to one to another, and the way the flute comes out of the orchestra in this very natural way, the way Ravel treated the flute also in the orchestra. In this d'Albavie piece, there's a lot of voluptuous and sensual phrasing in the flute part itself, but also in the way that it finds a resonance within the orchestra sound. It really is a kind of new contemporary Ibert flute concerto, very virtuosic and very colorful, very sensual, and I think it has a long life ahead of it. I've heard of Michael Jarel through various friends and other musicians who performed some of his pieces, and I've always thought there is something particularly poetic about his writing, where the imagination of both the audience, but also certainly the imagination of the composer are immensely present and very fragile at the same time. And this is, to me, something that I like a lot in music, is exactly what you cannot express with words, but that's all there in the essence of the music. And this is certainly something that describes very well the work for flute and orchestra by Michael Jarel. Music is most of my life, and these new pieces belong to my imagination, or belong to my being as a musician and as a person. At the same time, I can't really separate it from one another. In the same way, the Brahms clarinet sonatas, which I recorded on the flute, or the Mozart concertos. So whether it's traditional repertoire or the next projects like Bach sonatas, all these are things that benefit from various experiences. Matthias Pincher had the idea of a work for flute and orchestra very strongly in mind. And when he was asked to write a piece for the Lucerne Festival, he was first he was asked to play a piece for orchestra, and he replied, he said, I have a piece for flute and orchestra in mind. And this is when we realized that I was there also as an artist in residence in the same year, and therefore it would be an ideal thing to do together. We spent some time talking about effects and about a special way of using the instrument. The most interesting thing is how you interconnect these various effects, because they've all been discovered a long time ago. You know, the flute is one of the oldest instruments on earth, and whether you hit the instrument or you blow on it or in it, or you use it as a trumpet or as a recorder, you can have a lot of different sounds on such an instrument, but that's nothing new about it. The new thing is how you combine them and how you get them to interconnect so that it becomes one musical statement, one phrase. From here, back to the roots, there's a big aim that these are the Bach sonatas. And this is something that, that I'm going to be dedicating myself in the year 2008 with lots of fun and respect also in the person of the great artist Trevor Pinnock, with whom I'm going to record and perform these Bach sonatas. And I'm very much looking forward to this.